Hail, citizens of YouTube. I am the Journeyman, and I welcome you once again to the spiral of my thoughts. The following question, raised in the commentary by a couple of viewers on my most recent video, Snarling at Your Idols, is the subject of this particular entry to my channel. And the question was as follows: Journeyman, what is it you stand for? I wish the answer were a simple one, my friends. Unfortunately, it is not, alas. But if you're willing to invest the necessary time to watch the entirety of this video, I shall attempt to give as thorough an answer to this question as I can. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed. Free speech. I believe any number or any user of YouTube should feel free to say whatever they so choose, so long as they abide by the rules and regulations and guidelines as laid down when they agree to the terms of service during the creation of their account on YouTube. Remember, the service does come with certain stipulations. If you find yourself going outside of these guidelines and stipulations and violating the terms of service, you can find your channel revoked, removed, suspended, shut down temporarily or permanently. If someone chooses to call me the biggest git hailing from Brighton, then so be it. They're free to voice that opinion. Of course, I'll gladly tell them that I believe that that title belongs to my older brother Rusty, but I doubt that he'd appreciate that, and he's been under my skin of late. But the point is, they're free to call me a git. I am free to redirect them to my brother. People should be free to speak their mind, yes, but they should also be willing to pay the price for the words that come tumbling out of their mouths. If an individual says something that is foul, foolish, ignorant, and downright cruel, they must be aware that someone is going to speak up against them, contradict them, countermand them, offer an alternative viewpoint. This is true of any conversation, whether it be online or in the real world. You are free to speak your mind. Just bear in mind that whatever it is you say will cause a reaction, whether it be voiced or remain silent. If ad hominem is your style, go for it, by all means. Just don't expect anyone to take you seriously. Extol upon the virtues of conservative Christian thinking, if you please. Be aware, however, that liberal atheists, agnostics, and spiritualists, such as myself, will disagree, and wholeheartedly. I stand for all peoples to speak from their hearts, that we may connect, all of us, as fellow human beings. Cosmic universalism. I'll try to make this brief, if I can. I believe in the laws of conservation of energy and matter. Energy and matter stand as the foundational portions, the bedrock of existence itself. If matter and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, it can only be transferred, transformed, or transmitted. This is scientific law, under the precepts of the laws of conservation of energy and matter. This is the basic foundation of cosmic universalism. Thoughts are neuroelectrical impulses. Electricity is a form of energy. Our grey matter, our brains themselves, are the house of our thoughts, and they are made of matter. If energy and matter cannot be destroyed, something must happen to them. I believe our energies and matter are all recycled by the universe, by the cosmos, in various fashions, a myriad of designs. That's the basic premise of cosmic universalism. That which composes us, which we are composed of, came from some other source and is being reused in a constituted format known as the human body. Do I understand fully where this energy goes to? No. I must admit, I do not. And I would not feign complete knowledge. This is a belief. This is not an absolute certainty. And I cannot state that I am certain of such a thing being absolute universal truth. Allow me to be clear on that. While I stand for the concept of cosmic universalism, I cannot preach it to you. Why? Because, one, you might not be interested, and two, I really don't want to waste your time if you are not inclined to ask questions about it. I'm not going to push information on people who aren't asking questions. It's as simple as that. That is being polite. Justice. I have no illusions about my influence here on YouTube. I still have a great deal of ground to cover if I am ever going to have a serious impact on the community of users here. But I'd like to stress the importance of doing the right thing. While here, I intend to do what I can to ensure that I observe no false flagging without speaking against it. I shall not stand idly by while individuals are wrongly put out of their place by erroneous DMCA measures and claims. I shan't stand silent if larger channels are wholeheartedly abusive to smaller users. I will try to do right by all members of the YouTube community, even those who disagree with me, who do not care for me. I am sure that there will eventually, if not already, be a handful of people who despise me. They are free to despise me. But if someone should try to silence them, simply because they voice an unpopular opinion or viewpoint, that shall not stand. It should not. Remember, even if you don't like someone, try to do right by them. It's only fair. The title of this part is a little bit longer and somewhat convoluted. To lead a convergence into being. For now, this will be the last lengthy part of this video. Lords and ladies of YouTube, some among you who watch my videos here have smaller channels than even myself. Some of you don't watch each other's material. You don't react to one another's commentary sometimes. Yet you're all here watching this video. If you clicked on this and are viewing it, you are more than likely among others who are also watching it, taking in the material, considering it for what it is, and choosing whether or not to respond. And whether or not you speak, there is a convergence. You've come together, regardless of how disparate your viewpoints and opinions might be. You're here, watching the video. I'm not perfect in any way. I'm not someone to idolize by any means. I've brought a lot of very different people together, however, by making these videos, and I'm rather proud of that. I'd love to know that at some point, you folks decide to talk together outside of the comment section of my videos. I would be much pleased and honored to think that at some point I may have brought two different people together for conversation and friendship. For it is the fellowship of friends that we most require in these days. I'd also like to, at some point, help represent a group of underappreciated channels among my friends and subscribers, if there are any of them, and if they wouldn't take offense to such a representation. Remember, I don't want to speak for someone or on someone's behalf unless they have stated openly and publicly or privately to me and assured me that they have no qualms with me speaking on their behalf. In closing, my friends, I will say this. It is vital that we, the individual users, the non-corporate owned channels, remain productive, that we remain active in conversations and the production of video material. This is the last and most important thing for which I stand. Genuine users. We are the lifeblood of YouTube. This grand website experiment could not have gotten to where it is today, could not have been as productive or profitable for the people at Google as it is without people like you and me, the original content creators. Without our contributions, this site would have crashed and burned a long time ago. We are the passion that has driven this enterprise to where it stands. Which is yet another reason why I must state it is so vital that we try not to destroy each other, even if we don't like each other. A campaign of mutual destruction assures greatness for no one. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to do all that you can to help those who are around you, even if you don't like them. Citizens of YouTube, I thank you for joining me once again. I am the Journeyman, and I hope this found you well. Adieu.